So you were asking where we left off.
Yeah. I think I recall we were at the Temple of Desna.
You'd actually just left. And we were talking about crafting because...
Oh, yes, that's right.
He had talked about a conversation he had with a former party member of yours, Moira of Desna, the Halfling cleric, played by Cheryl, and how she had confessed to him about bad dreams, possibly visions, all sent by Desna, and had trouble interpreting them, as in, if I stay with this party, does everybody die? Is there a way out by just leaving the party and abandoning them to their fate? You know, that kind of thing. Because the clerics of Desna take dreams as prophecies very, very seriously. Yeah. Always with the visions. Some slight hand gestures. Maybe finds our sorcerer attractive. We don't know. And then I'm pretty sure, seeing fade to black, you guys were leaving or had left, and Matt started talking about some downtime and some crafting of potions. And that's where we had left the last episode.
Sounds good.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Elven Portal Podcast. We are playing, or attempting to play, the brand new Player Core, GM Core Pathfinder newly revised edition, and I am so happy, so happy to report that even though I have loaded Tomorrow Must Burn, which is Book 3 of the Age of Ashes adventure path, I found a monster, and it says I do X amount of damage plus 1d6 evil. But when I swung this damage, it actually translates it into the new terms in the dice chat. And it came up as spirit magic damage, not evil damage. Now, I know a lot of it went to holy unholy, but I'd like to test this theory. So if you guys notice anything, now your sheets may have changed wholesale, but I'm curious, does anyone have a spell or an effect that is rooted in the old license term? And I'm wondering, if you push those buttons now, if the new shenanigans, orc lysicans, and the money we just spent, thank you patrons, on the new books, will convert it in real time so we learn as we go. Because I'm very excited that it'll actually do that.
I'll tell you in 1 second.
Our man on the scene, Joe, will let you know.
Well, I don't know. It's still stating that it is positive healing. So that would be incorrect.
Oh, have you switched sides? Is it negative healing for you?
No. No, but you want to... New terminology. New terminology is not that.
Okay, fair enough. So, I'm confident in some of our layman abilities here about taking some downtime. So we would talk about Joseph Davis playing Niles, Vicar Niles, returning and possibly coughing up what is owed. They talk about teaching a ritual. They don't talk about
who playing Vicar Niles?
I don't know. So do I.
Joseph Davis is with us right now, sir.
He's in a different podcast, sir.
Although
I'm
he's
sorry, Gibson, we have to let you go.
In the multiverse.
Yeah.
We have to let you go. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of night. Yeah.
Sorry, threw you right off your train.
No.
Grammatical error.
Honestly, you know what actually happened in those few moments of loading. I'm somewhere alone with a cup of tea, looking at Discord, and there's Gamma, calling me out on every Jeffism, and I'm just face palming, going, I can't blame the guy. I practically dare him to do this every time. Anyway, what does you have to do this time, buddy? So let's talk about. Well, let's first talk about debt before we talk about gains. So I draw your attention to the worstwhile Fantasy Grand. Okay, well, obviously the podcast audience can't see this. Our journal, our notes, our, everything you want to know, all in one. Do you guys have access to this?
The party sheet?
Not the party sheet. It'll actually say notes.
Yes, notes. I don't have anything in there though.
All the notes we've taken.
Okay, so
0. GM notes.
GM
Look at that.
notes.
That's a little different. Where'd it go? I guess we're not allowed to see that.
Yeah. Just showing you.
Sorry, it has some updates. So 32 days plus 8 days, 34 are complete. And we're still floating on how long exactly you guys been gone. There's some notes here on working out the supplies, goblin cost of labor, clean the courtyard, general repairs, collapse the stairs, the courtyard down to the vault, courtyard down to portals. And I've put in notes about where it goes, how many days it would cost, the DC, and that would bring us to 41 days to get those tasks done. Repairing the crumbling walls, another 50 days. And it says we are in here somewhere. So you guys are somewhere in the 41 day to 50 day mark currently.
Sweet.
So they haven't touched the stairwell down that leads to
but the walls are almost complete.
Yeah.
Did we commission a golden eye? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the GM notes.
Curb appeal.
So I'm noticing slightly under the term party debt, I see 1 golden idol.
Right. So under party debt, go down and
Albrecht.
Hang on. There's a couple of items, and then it says Tuskhead credit. Right above Golden Island, 400 gold piece paid. So after debt, there's a sub. Maybe I should have made it capital. Sorry. Tuskhead credit is Tuskhead, as in the dwarf, the stonemason. You guys paid him 400 gold cash and gave him a golden island and said, here. And then you gave him, we came back with the Black Dragon Serpentine Horde and just turned all that loose coin over to him, 8,500 copper pieces, 2,000 silver, and said, here, chew through this and call me when you're through it. And I'm not sure he's quite through it yet. But that money is gone because he has it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. No, that's fine. But getting back to the actual
it's black,
debt,
not red.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we're not very fluid in our assets right now.
Yeah. Getting back to the party debt, you guys owe the CC Tavern cost of learning the reincarnate ritual. Now, the DM guide doesn't talk about that kind of cost. Someone teaches you. Well, that implies a journey, a mission, a special quest that we didn't have time for. So since the elves took a shot at it, failed, that kind of debt quest was paid. And then, we have a cleric that happens to have a temple that could possibly cast this ritual and blah, blah, blah. And we kind of went, okay, here's a little bit of a hand wave. And we agreed that we would find a level of spell and use that as the cost for...
I think it worked this time because everyone was knickered.
Yeah. Now, if you could bring us rare booze or do something for the temple, like we haven't seen.
Bring the rare booze.
Well, your still is still quite not up and running yet. You know what I mean?
Our still is still.
Yes. How much? We'll get Joe working here. How much? The reincarnate ritual. What level of ritual is that? They break them up into levels.
Level 3.
Okay. So they have items and they have spells, right? And there's common, uncommon, rare, right? This would be in the uncommon rare as far as cost. Yeah, uncommon. So what kind of price range are we looking at?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay. The cost of 8 potions. Al took a quick loan out of the GM didn't have time bank, made 8 potions to run in the jungle, and needed supplies to make those potions. Didn't have the money. We hand waved it. So maybe Matt Witt can take a moment. It's the cost of your ingredients and supplies, not the cost of a real potion, because you can do things cheaply by doing them yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can batch brew, which basically cuts the price in half.
Right.
A little less than half. It's like 60%
cost of right. So I'll get you to calculate that right now if you can. Cost of stone delivered. I'm wavering that in the fact that you have a ton of credit with Tuskhead. But stone delivered would mean a wagon, and you literally just saved the Wainwright's life, and yet you were the ones that put him in danger, so I don't know what we want to do about that. Cost of potions, 75 gold piece for 5 elixirs of lesser life. Another either quick purchase or the cost of potion. Now, it didn't say either one of these said crafted, so I'm thinking one was a crafting, one might have been an actual just buy them and run. You know what I mean? Anyway, luckily, there's not really a lot of debt. Once we clear up, but Ryan's like on his second wild shape. He's a gnome. I would like to sort of settle up with the local tavern about his reincarnation and that kind of thing and have you guys balance said books a wee bit. Now, you just said you don't have any treasure on you, right?
Well,
I have some.
I
Do
have
you?
treasure.
Do you have enough for a third level uncommons? But you know what I mean? This might be
Possibly. I don't know.
Okay.
I do have some bucks in loot in my
Now,
inventory. I have
sorry,
some
before we get you
gems,
personally,
Blackfire opals.
Okay. Yeah. That's if you want to hit that up to help cost the potions you made, personal project, I would spend those there. As far as debt goes to the reincarnation, I would look in your party sheet and see if there's any party loot, which does not look like there is any open party loot or cash. Happy note, you guys got 85 XP for the storeroom encounter, 60 XP for the workshop encounter. That is the bad guys and trap respectively. And it is Joe Gibson, not Davis, as Vicar Niles, that awarded the party 80 XP for coming off with critical gather info rolls. And
Very
yet,
good, sir.
And yet,
I
I like how in this game all roads lead to Rome, but the path could be different. You could get 80 XP out of the guy that got away, but he would tell you some different things, and you guys would have good and just as valuable about the same parties, but slightly different information. And I think that is very, really cool. Hats off to Paizo. So it's not like Vaz. Do we kill Vaz? Oh, don't worry. There's a journal. Everything she knows is in the journal. Kill the bitch. Like, there's been a lot of that. And that was the GM way of like making sure that they go down the lane I want them to. Paizo's starting to get smart. And they're like, okay, there's option A or option B. And they'll get you to C. But what they know when they get there is going to be slightly different. And I think that's freaking cool. So
contingencies.
Miros, maybe paying for his own resurrection. Have you got anything of value you're willing to throw into the pot?
If necessary.
Well, then there's your bar tab that they're adding to the bill. Like Nicker Vials, Vicar Niles. Sorry, doing that again. The vicar drinks here.
Quaffed a vial of knickers.
He drinks here for free. The vicar drinks here for free, but that doesn't mean he if he brings a plate of drinks saying these are all mine and sets them out in front of you, that's on his tab. Only the actual straight up consuming to his mouth. So unless he's going to baby bird your ass, you guys are going to be paying for your drinks. And there's been a lot of libation lately. So I'm curious if there is a sort of basic service chart that you guys have access to. Now, I know this all sounds like GM work. Jeff, don't be lazy. No. Because we've switched...
I wasn't going to out you, but
Walking it back. You would think that maybe the bricklayer lays the bricks, but guess what? You're wrong.
Well, I'm more
You're
the
wrong.
architect that is going from site to site because I got so many projects going and editing.
Oh, because the architect actually makes a site visit. Oh, we are not on the same page.
I'm just an architect with my page. You get a phone call. If I phone you, does that technically mean I'm there?
Wait, they
I phone
actually
you with
interact
the excuse how I can't get there, but just do it for me. Something
They
like
actually interact with the builders after they've made drawings?
that. Up in my D&D head, they do. I guess not in real life.
Oh.
See, once again, Jeff has erred because I'm looking at 3 contractors and I'm not one. So to use their terminology, they're going to get all rules lawyery about real world stuff. So I'm just
Alcohol price 1 copper piece or more, depending on what we're drinking.
Oh,
And I'm going to tell you right now,
shit.
Muros is not drinking the good stuff.
No, not Muros, but what about you guys?
No. Also, no.
I probably rely mostly on my flask that I fill myself.
Okay.
Prestidigitation. It smells beautiful.
How many mugs in a night?
Let's see, mug an hour, average of 8 hours of revelry.
Right.
So like that's we'll say 10 copper pieces a piece.
Okay, so let's say 30 copper a night. And that's mostly you two. And like I said, Niles drinks for free. I haven't really like had him separate from you guys, but when he is, he's maybe performing some kind of duty. You know, he's Tom Cruise and he's doing the cocktail song like we had him do that one time.
He said duty.
Stuff like that. Okay, so how about this? I'll break into the edit. There is 8,500 copper, right?
It's for the peasants.
That you've given Tuskhead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that money's kind of gone. I don't want to like rewind time there. Okay, so what have you got? Drinking. What do you got on you? Because you guys don't spend most of your time here. You guys just come back for weekends and shit. You know, you guys are literally here for like 48 hours and gone, which is one night of drinking. We show up, we drink, we sleep in, we go back to work tomorrow. We heal up 3 days, you know. So every time you've come back, which has been maybe 5 or 6 times, it's 10 each per. So let's say 500 copper pieces, which is really only like 50 silver or 5 gold, right? So being generous, we could say 5-6 gold would wipe out all your drinking debt up until...
Do you have any gold, Ryan?
Gold. No, I kind of threw all my money into the party pile at the very beginning. But I have objects which are worth gold.
Well, I could spend an extra couple days working
You can always shake down your new
and
friend.
cover the tab.
Here,
What about
how about I?
Karam, that new guy that likes following you around? He's been looking into
I have a fear gem.
Drinks are on him. Oh, I like it.
Not
I
here
like
to
it
defend
a
himself.
lot.
Can't say no.
No. I'm just saying.
No, it's good. This is very.
Word comes back to you that he's been looking around, and this guy seems interested in you. So, you know, if it ingratiates him to the party, as in GM excuse to hang around, just pat the little guy down and say, you know, party entrance fee is 5-6 gold. Your drinking debt is clear, and he has a perfectly good story excuse to stay with you.
I also have a fear gem, which I will probably likely never use, worth 20 gold.
Yeah, so I have 2 of these black fire opals that are worth 200 gold apiece.
I would hang on to those. Yeah, that's a really good bribe, or you know what I mean. That's a very lightweight.
I
value
also
cost.
have some pretty cool stuff.
Sorry, Ryan, go back. A fear gem worth what?
20 gold.
Okay. I think.
And I've got
Hey, here you go.
I got a +1 striking spear I can sell unless somebody wants me to transfer the rune from it to a weapon, but I think we all have striking.
Well, I'll tell you what. 20 gold, you get half value, but they're going to use it against you every time you get dodgy about your future debt. They use the fear gem on you, so I'll give you 15 gold for that gem.
Hey, sounds good.
Fear gem. And that does not only cancel all your future drinking, that gives us another book and a half of podcast drinking problems.
Of alcoholism. Excellent.
Now, don't make me pull out the fear gem on you, Miros. You know.
Wow.
Sober drinks.
We dwarves are nothing but pragmatic, you know.
Hey,
Prefer to prepay for our drinking.
Positive thinking.
Yeah. And
Positive drinking.
Gives us a little extra incentive to make it back in one piece.
Actually,
Yeah.
speaking
If not, more for everybody else.
what what about paying for a trauma team? Okay, your cleric is wounded and you guys bring back him. Right? They're gonna, like pay to have him healed.
Yeah, we rescued one of yours.
Well, I would also like to
I'll
talk
give you a
to
discount.
when the keep is in serviceable enough condition about Airbnb in that bish while we're out of town.
A roomie.
Rent it out to the Hell Knights just for funsies.
No, and the
Come on
goblins
back.
run the catering service. They come around like goblins and tuxes.
Oh my god. That's funny.
I'm sure we could find some way to make the keep marketable. Maybe it'll be a brewery tour,
But it's going to be one of those things where it's like one of those restaurants you go to where they intentionally get your order incorrect.
I intentionally did not send Matt that meme where the D&D guy does a TikTok going, D&D Airbnb, you make X blah blah blah, but obviously he's found it on the internet, damn it.
Damn you, internet.
Damn
man.
you, internet!
It's all about the residual.
Yeah. Well, that's down the road because until this place is, you haven't furnished it. Like you haven't resort, you know what I mean? Like it's a drafty empty
that's
castle with
the rustic. You have to
Yeah.
use the right adjectives. Rustic.
no one's going to want to rent a construction site, and it was going to be one for a while.
We're missing out, guys. Oh, we're missing out. We should be Airbnb-ing it right now. It comes with an exercise program.
Who's going to want to stay out there? It's like 11 miles out of town, facing an
Yeah.
empty forest. Like,
Yeah.
who's going to want to be out there?
Who's gonna pay to go lift heavy shit? 1/3 of the population.
Wait, what? You're saying your cost to the Airbnb is more labor to help the goblins?
No. Exercise program with
Yeah, that's
fitness
they have to pay for that.
Oh,
You don't do that for free.
yeah. Okay, I tell you what, this ought to be fun. I'm going to give you a percentage chance, Ryan. A very low percentage chance that someone
Roll
might.
that one.
Yeah, right. Give me a percentage roll.
Oh, percentage roll. Yeah, sure. Let's see what we got here.
Yep.
Bruh.
Roll that one or 99. Either or.
He hits 100.
No one will ever come. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, just so you know, if you ever click up a dice and then you right-click it, it just all of a sudden just spawns more dice.
Yes.
I did not know that. That's my knowing now. The D10. How do we roll a percentile off of that?
You just drop it by itself.
And
Just
the
one D10?
percentile's at the very end, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
You
draw
drop
one.
it. You drop it in. Yeah, just drop it in by itself, and it'll just come up
Okay.
percentage
Look,
automatically.
whee, I threw mine out there too. I hit 37.
and 77. Oh, that's 777. Lucky sevens.
It must be a sign.
So
It is a number.
Miros puts this out, and he gets 77%. Right, Elbrick with his cunning and charm markets it down to 37, but that's still too high, gentlemen.
It's
Even for a
3
random
sevens.
encounter. Random encounter. Customers approach. No, sorry. Roll again next time.
No, that's just people walking by.
Which brings us back to Karam. Drew MalBurg, welcome back to the show. Continuing your cameo. At this point, at episode 6, which we are currently in, you had done some investigating about these schlebs, right? And after
He knows
deciding,
more about us than we do.
yeah, looking for an inn, looking for a way to stay with the party or shadow them. Okay, the next time, and I mean the very next time, you step into the pub, they're all like,
Hey, there's a short guy. Hey, you come on over here there. Hey, let me toast that head of your toast.
they got a proposition for you.
Okay. I am unsure what's going on.
So, we've noticed you've taken a wee bit of interest in us. And, we kind of like having, additional wee folk around. So, we was thinking, perhaps you'd be interested in joining the party. For a mild fee, of course.
A fee? What do you mean?
Nothing major. Just, a simple donation of 5 gold pieces to the Temple of Caden Kalilian in our names.
This sounds more like a way to get you guys a little bit more inebriated. Am I right?
Well, I mean, we do have to show proper tribute to the god himself.
We're in the temple. You worship at a temple.
Speaking of,
Amongst your
can we get you a
investigating-
pint?
Amongst your investigating, Karam, you learn two things. First of all, the vicar drinks for free. His friends do not, and they are about 6 gold pieces in debt
Okay.
currently. But they keep fucking off. And then they come back and give like the stonemason like almost 600 gold pieces worth of gold and valuables in credit for work he hasn't even done yet. And then they say, pay for your drinks, and they're all like, Halfling has it. Yeah. Welcome to the party, if you so wish.
Oh, here, I got a stick, and I got a good berry, and, what's this here? Oh, look at that. This is original Miros pocket lint. Don't spend that all in one spot.
And if I become a part of the party, I will be
You
able to
too.
join you.
Yes, and you would also get your own pocket lint.
I
No,
might
these
To
take
be
a
underestimated,
blueberry.
that stuff. No,
guys-
but on a serious note, yeah, you'd join us on our adventures, and of course be entitled to your share of the spoils.
Quite the proposition, and you are against the Scarlet Triad, no less. I think this could be mutual beneficial to both of us. I'll cough up the 5 gold.
Okay. Do you actually have like 50 silver on your person?
I should.
You should.
Oh, look at this now.
Did we find any Actually, you guys go. Remember how you left those 3 sneaks, right? Halfling doubled back, stripped them down, sold everything: leather, boots, fingernail polish, hair set. Like, you know what I mean?
For some reason, the underwear sold the fastest. We're not sure why. We don't want to ask questions.
Scalped them. There's people walk around with new wigs. Just very thorough one night. So he's looking into some money. We're welcoming him to the party. Lobrak is still in the wind, and keeping a low profile from the castle, so he's in town, as far as you know.
I'll say, if he's in the wind, we'd smell him.
That's true. That's true. Speaking of the scent ability,
Yes.
you only have it in animal form, right?
No.
Do you have it all the time?
Alt? I do.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is that a talent or a druidic ability, or are they just talking about wild?
That's a Sensite gnome ability.
Ah, yes. We were talking about you being a sensite gnome, and we
Yes.
made some jokes about you smelling as opposed to your sense of smell.
Yes. I have a sense of smell, and I Dr. Doodle quite often.
Have you looked into how that works exactly? There is precise scent, imprecise scent.
Imprecise.
Okay.
I'll get the range up here for you. I think
Okay.
it might be 30, might be 60. I think the wind has a large bearing on that too.
True, but let's say you're inside a house.
So he can detect that it has been dealt, but not who has dealt it.
That is correct.
Not
Good analogy.
Not exactly. You all could tell somebody dealt something. His scent is so not so imprecise. His scent is on a higher level as yours. It's like he could tell if a guy managed to clench cheek and suck it up and not deal it. But he couldn't tell where in the room the invisible stinking man was.
So imprecise scent within the range of 30 feet.
Okay. When I'm calling
usually
for...
it'll double the range if you're downwind and halve the range if you're upwind.
Okay. I like using all the senses. I get into your character's head, in character, out of character, what you see, what you think, what you perceive. But a lot of DMs miss. We play ambient music, so that's what you hear. Not the players, but the audience. Jungle
The
sounds or
ambient
whatever.
smells.
Yes.
A little scratch and sniff to go along as we play.
How many times have you seen the X-Men and like they go through what everyone's on alert and then they go to Wolverine and he's like, I smell this or I don't smell that or something's like that kind of thing. He just says something's here, something isn't.
Hey, bub.
Who has bacon and that kind of thing. Yeah, and we'll start using it as long as you remain a gnome. Fair enough. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to remind me. Pick your biggest. Like, why wouldn't elf say, "Well, do I hear anything?" Usually players go, "Well, do I see anything, GM?" No, I just finished dealing with you, Bob. Finish what you're doing. Let me deal with those other players. And the guy tries to teleport to where the action is. No, I'm talking about. Despite flat perception checks, Ryan, I would encourage you to say, "Do I smell anything?" To remind that extra layer of perception moving forward in high level campaign will actually be very handy.
Doth I smell it?
But it can work against you if there is something very poignant. It can distract you. Like you walk, like a wildflower, brimstone from the demon, that can also put you off.
Or it helps suss out those illusions.
Yeah.
It's a giant pile of poop. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not poop. That's not poop.
Or Alberic's late night flatulations.
Oh no, those things I'm keenly aware of.
Suddenly, the cabin ain't so cozy anymore, is it, fellas?
Why do you think I've been sleeping on the roof lately?
Hal just wakes up on the roof because he gets ousted in his sleep. They just put him up there. Out.
Why do I wake up ass first in the chimney?
Yeah, they don't put him on the roof. They just move his cot over to where there's ventilation, a window or chimney. Point him northward. That's good.
How rude.
At least he's warm after the fire dies down. So guys, without further ado, I know it's a bit forced, but, begging the audience forgiveness, we have a anti-triad member has followed these ne'er-do-wells right into your town after you dealt with the ne'er-do-wells. One escaped, keeping them around in case they show up again, having an expert, not to mention the loose knowledge that Vicar seems to be able to acquire about this organization. All very handy, and the guy just paid your bar bill. You did pay the bar bill, right? Karam, don't make me go into your character sheet.
Yep, I just removed 50 silver.
Okay, I trust you. So, what's our next move? Karam was there and couldn't help unless you guys thanked him and shooed him way into the night. Did he hear all this stuff about Moira of Desna? When you dropped off Butterfly Tattoo Man? When you dropped off the Wainwright? We just, as typical halfling style, did we forget he was there?
We may have forgotten that the wee folk was there.
I mean, we wouldn't. No, I'm pretty sure he came with us to the temple, but I don't know if he would have come into the back room.
Hey, he would have, unless you guys shoot him away. The dude's an investigator.
There was no shooing.
Yeah, like,
we did not shoot.
Okay, so armed with this knowledge, he kind of has a party secret. Like, he doesn't know about the portals, but he knows that you guys recently went to... Can I have a society check from Karam? Some things in the story here doesn't add up.
Oh,
there's too many Blakes.
Yeah. Okay. I believe it was I that mentioned the Ukaj elves, not the party. So listening back and editing recently, I think they just kind of went, "Oh, you mean this gate key? Like, this dagger of Desna kind of thing." It was all about, "Ooh," and we got it from some elves, or they gave it to us. I don't think they said, "Oh, you mean the Ukaj tribe currently in Moagi Expanse, thousands of miles to the south? We went there, we got back, don't look into it." Like, you know what I mean? So they just pull out this item. It is magical. It's beautiful. It's a star knife, and the blades are made of this deep purple, starry, speckled metal with a silver hilt and handle. And they don't know if they told you, but you guys know that this is supposed to be a core portal key to the Gate of Desna. So if you're offering this guy for the low price of paying for a couple of your drinks, the biggest secret you and your corporation are sitting on, then maybe it's time you guys take him in the woods. And I don't mean to kill him. I mean, take him the long way around and show him your
we'll take him
brewery,
and
right?
show him the brewery,
no.
Yeah.
and then we'll blindfold him and
Take him to
And-
the rings.
take him to the ring.
Well, you do have two dwarves that are exceptionally good and bad judge of character. Rourke hates everybody until you start talking booze, and then he tries to impress them. Your druid, the original mushroom gathering druid that likes choppas and such, has an exquisite sense of smell for a dwarf. Might be upset if the gnome shows him up. Be careful how you step there, Miros. And can smell bad intent on a person a mile away. So if you want to stick the halfling under this guy's gaze, nose as it were,
For sure.
yeah, okay,
Meet the family.
sure. The brewery, let alone the hallway to the portal, just bringing them to our secret brewery, the lads are not happy with you. They're not impressed. From their eyes, it's like every orc, goblin, halfling, no offense, that you fall over, you just bring by for a party. And now, are they permanent party members? Are they temporary party members? Are they your friends? Do they pay for... Like, we're trying to run a business, lads, and you guys are like, I know you're getting contacts and everything, but,
Let me remind you that nothing in this life lasts forever. Case in point.
Rourke looks at Mini Muros and just laughs, cannot stay mad at a guy he knows for years and is now a green gnome. So yeah, he just doesn't take you seriously. But it puts him in a good mood. You just can't look at you without laughing and giggling and just like turning away red. So he's convinced, I guess. Now the druid. You are approached, Karam, by a short, very stout, very broad-beard, broad-nosed dwarf wearing what looks like friar tuck robes. Bald head, haircut, huge stubbly beard. Sorry, not stubbly. Bric-a-brac in it. You know, not exactly clean beard. Dirty hands and sandals. And he's got a table where he's laying out mushrooms and things and drying them and all this kind of thing and constantly arguing that there's not enough space, where he has a drying room where the steam pressurization systems of the brewery are making the cave too moist, and these two were arguing when you walk in. Then they unite, bitch at your new friends that they brought outsiders, non-dwarves. Do you speak Dwarven?
I do.
Okay, then you've innocently followed this entire conversation, and then
And I'll assure them, my cousins.
yeah, give me some diplomacy.
Hey, see, fellas, we're going to need help in the days going forward. And this wee one's got a good head on his shoulders.
Okay, dwarf comes
But,
over and literally smells your head like you're a kid. Diplomacy, Matt, Al. We're NPCs. We have character DC. Actually, have I guess they're not open to you, but I actually have like Rourke, and where is it? Mike and Rourke, and where's our other little guy? Did I lose him? Oh, I must have lost him. Still got fourth old Mike and Rourke on the board here. Okay. 30.
Yep, 15 on the dice plus my 15 because I'm trained. Yeah, baby. And it's
Okay.
off of my beef staff.
So after
Phrasing.
the gnome's, ridiculousness puts Rourke in a decent mood, he's open to listen to reason, and with a 30 you knock him out of the park, and he's like, fine. Just keep him out of my way. The other one invades your personal space, to put it mildly, Karam. He doesn't touch you, but he gets really close, sniffs your hair, sniffs your head, holds out his hand to you like he wants yours. And right
Okay.
before you actually touch him or shake him, he snatches away like he's some kind of germaphobe, leans over and sniffs your fingernails. Lifts an eyebrow, and then
Not
just,
creepy at all.
hey, you can tell where a man's been by what gets trapped under his nails.
For obvious reasons.
This is early dwarven DNA.
Does he react in a positive or a negative manner?
From halfling standards, he's rude. He gives him a sniff. He invades his personal space, lifts an eyebrow, acts very suspiciously.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
And stomps away. But from dwarven standards, he's high praise.
Okay.
You didn't touch him. You didn't toss him out. You know, he didn't demand that he stay away from the table because any of his aura or aroma would like contaminate anything. You know.
Yep.
You left him alone, and then he gave him a close once over, and you do get the druid stamp of brewing approval.
Okay, that's good. It's important.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Karam, that's good. He didn't toss you in the pressure vessel like the last one.
What? Huh?
Alright, carry on.
He's got a good nose for troublemakers, so you'd best behave. But apparently, he approves. So you passed that test anyway. Now, for the next test, it's going to be a bit of a trust test. And I hand him... Actually, is there a spell I can cast to blind him, I wonder?
A rag tied around his head.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. That would be mean.
Do you trust us? Cast a spell. Then you hear a faraway argument about, what do you mean you can't cure him? In Dwarven.
So we'll blindfold him.
They just sell him to a different triad so he can process drugs in a warehouse. He's all blinded now.
And we'll take him for a twisting and turning jaunt in the surrounding woods before sneaking him back through the back entrance of the cave and leading him. How many miles was the tunnel?
It's a hike.
It's a hike. It's a hike.
Considering the outpost, the bandit outpost, which is the entrance, was like 3 to 8 miles like northwest, and the castle is 11 miles like east. We're kind of like underground. It's like 15 to 20 miles.
Okay.
So yeah. He can piggyback on Muros.
But it's a straight run. The tunnel itself, besides like being full of creepy crawlies and vermin, doesn't really have monsters in it. You've got one blocked off, and you've got angry steam pressure dwarves at the other, so monsters don't wander in and set up shop. It's just bugs.
Oh, did we
and
make
shit.
friend with that spider?
Oh, yes.
Yep,
we did.
We did.
Yes.
Maybe
Actually-
I'll pay them a visit. See how
Okay.
they're web hanging.
Them.
Yeah. Druid comes with you.
See if they need anything.
In a blindfolded halfling. This isn't for you. No, fuck off.
No, your boys, like Rourke doesn't want anything to do with that creature, but our smelly druid here, Arnie, as it were, has sort of set up a diplomatic deal here where, like you said, you leave me alone, we leave us alone. That was the deal that you talked to this thing. He's been feeding it.
Perfect.
So they've been bringing in small game like rabbits and stuff for it to feed on, and it actually has been like hanging mushrooms and drying them out in said cave, and yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Gainful employment.
It's quite the little operation you've got here. Well, I was just coming to make sure everything was kosher. Seems like you've got things well in hand, cousin.
He just nods.
I wholly approve of this. The wee buggy thing's a bit weird, but friendly enough.
The triaxin? Should I pull up my map?
Had a weird name for sure.
Yeah.
Aberration.
The not spider.
It has 7 legs, not 8 or 9.
The who and the what now? No, this. Sorry, they've changed one of the map controls. They used to have buttons, and now you actually have to use the arrows on your keyboard to move maps around.
Panning around.
Yeah, Tixatog layer.
Oh,
It's a Tixatog.
Yeah, tip of the tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tip of
And-
the tip to tog.
6 legs, not 8.
There we go. Clearly.
Mhm.
Insectoid, not arachnid.
Anyway, her eggs have hatched.
Oh, there's babies.
And they're like the size of your fist, some as big as all halfway up your forearm, and they're running up and down webs, and they go out and hunt at night, and
Oh, look at the wee babies! Oh,
Coochie, coochie, coochie.
yeah, it's a good way to get attacked by mom.
congratulations! Oh, everything's healthy. Look at them bugging around. Cute little things, you know. And then, yeah, that's awesome. Maybe another potential future labor force.
Agreement. I maintain agreement. Her agreement is your agreement. My children thrive. We exist. You exist. No attack.
Neat.
Did you get any of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, keep up the good work, cousin. Taking good care of him.
And they
And then-
never knew about the 2 magical items that are her treasure because we got along. The end.
It's fine. Tour down the tunnels. Send Miros ahead to clear any vermin.
Bullywhack.
If anything, he can talk to them, shuffle them out of the way.
It's true. I can run diplomacy.
You can do what now? Can you
Run
deploy?
diploma.
I thought you could talk to animals, not vermin. That's a whole other bag, isn't it?
Animals are animals, man.
No. Classification: animal, vermin, abomination. There are subspecies within the monster
I
animal
don't
realm.
believe there's a spell called Talk with Vermin or Speak Vermin.
Vermin, plants, animals. They're all subclasses in the druid, community, as it were.
All right.
So-
well, anyways, if it produces its own heat, I can talk with it.
Produces its own heat.
That's a
As in-
mammalian trait.
If it's a mammal, right?
Animal. I imagine lizards be under that one there too.
Oh, reptiles, also its own subclass.
I don't know entirely about that.
They may have changed this in the new rules.
I don't think they have talk with reptile or speak reptile.
Anyway,
Yes.
just it's not relevant at the moment, but if you ever came across an encounter going, oh, we just blah blah blah, then maybe we get sticky about it. In the future, where can he really talk to them, that kind of thing, and that is something.
Animals.
Yeah, I'll have to look in the monster guide and the bestiary that if the books that I have forbidden you, if such a thing,
Yeah, I know.
if such a thing exists. Okay. So, eventually, yeah, it's kind of dark in here. Just don't let him carry a torch. Now he's blind. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't carry torches. Our homie's
Oh.
got the pendant that lets him dark vision. I've got potions for him. I'm not gonna.
I'm to be fair, I am running with low light now.
Oh, so you need the ability to see.
Spark me at least a match, please.
Oh, I can give you a potion of dark
Okay.
vision.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Goose.
So yeah, traveled.
So while you're in the dark,
No.
what do you talk about?
So did you hear about the gods that are going to die? There's prophecies. God's reign.
What?
Yeah.
It's a lively topic to be bringing up while we're deep within the bowels of the earth.
I consider this a cozy conversation for a cozy environment.
Aye, easy enough.
Aye. But
So-
the scene. Yeah.
Karam, on a more serious note, we are going to be sharing with you a secret that you're going to be taking to your grave. Which, if all goes well, hopefully won't be happening until your beard be touching the ground.
That would be much appreciated, yes.
But, you can't breathe a word to this to anyone. And I'd imagine this may help you a bit in your investigation. Just the knowledge that you're about to obtain, let alone the excitement of adventure that you're going to be joining us for. New
Oh.
party member Garum. And when we emerge into the circular chamber, I pull the blindfold off.
Jurassic Park theme.
Face your eyes on this puppy.
The walls and domes.
Not you, Eris. Get back in my shadow.
Sad wolf nose.
Side note, and I don't mind going off topic for this. I've been listening to the audiobook called The Iron Druid, and it's an urban fantasy. So it's, ancient gods, Thor, blah, 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 and people that have all made it to the modern era, and they're all like centuries old. And he's a druid, and his animal companion is this frickin' Irish wolfhound. And he calls him Oberon, and he can talk to him in his mind. And the conversations that he has with this frickin' dog are amazing. And he's raised the dog on pop culture. So the dog makes, they make Monty Python references, they make Star Wars references, and I shit you not, in book 1, around the 4-hour, 23-minute mark, he talks about growing up in the Iron Age where there's a lot more machismo. So it's like, all right, any Star Wars fan that's also listening to this book, from our shows, GM Jeff approved, you got to check this out.
Cool.
The walls and dome ceiling of this large circular chamber, Karam, are elegantly carved in spiraling designs. To the north, a double door stands in the side of a squared-off column protruding from the wall. While to the south, an open archway leads to a small stairwell leading up that's been partially blocked by rubble. In the center of the room stands 6 statues of elves, all facing outward and arranged around a dry fountain, which is a good 10-15 feet across in diameter. Empty benches sit in 4 alcoves to the east and west, nestled between 6 stone archways built into the wall. Each of these archways bears a different type of decor, but with one exception. You actually walk through the 1 o'clock northeastern archway, which is partially collapsed, and this is the way they brought you in. So there are 5 archways. One covered in moons and hunting emblems. And one they bring before you to the north. Well, he does his speech up here at the 11 o'clock position. It's going to bring you guys over here.
That's cool. Also, Kadam, we haven't renovated yet. This is the original style. It's not been modified yet. We have big plans, but
You did a wee bit of work over here on this one.
Oh,
He
yeah,
gave
yeah.
it a personal touch, and it
Well,
pointed
it
at
did-
the
it did.
stonework that he had done to repair the
But
one
I'm not.
gate.
I'm not happy with it yet. I'm not done.
No dwarf is ever really happy with their work. You know that, Euros.
That's true, cousin. That's true.
But anyways,
Hey,
this was what Voss was looking for in her investigations. This is what the Triad wanted to control. And needless to say, they did not have control of it. And then I'll reach into my pack and I'll pull out the star knife. Like, spin it around. Look at it. Look at the gates. Desna, you say? And then look at the resemblance to the lower back tattoo that our Wainwright friend had. Was a pretty good likeness now, wouldn't it? And then I'll fit the star knife into the slot.
Slot?
On the Dream Gate.
And what slot would that be?
The star-shaped slot on the side.
You're trying to put a 4-pointed object into a 5-pointed hole?
Well, that does not fit very well now, does it?
However, as soon as he's sitting there playing with it, like it won't go in.
Circle,
okay?
square. Why won't it go in?
Yeah. And yet he's so focused on making this fit, okay? Well, what do you know? A mist begins to pour out of the gate, and the whole thing glows with a soft hue. He's managed
you did it!
He's like, almost, he's still jamming away with his peg.
It just won't fit. Ah. Well, it was worth it. Oh. Yep.
That's my cousin. He knows magic better than any dwarf out there.
I meant to do that. Totally.
Get out, Karam. Get out now.
So, now comes the fun part. Neuros, come here.
Hey, yeah, let's go. What's gonna happen in here?
Hand on shoulder. See on the other side, cousin. Boop.
Hey. Okay.
Okay, we're going. All right. Oh. Pull up this map. All right.
I will.
Did you
Take a little prep before I run through.
After you, Karam.
No.
Take out the shield, pull out the weapon at least.
Yeah. Oh, I am the weapon.
Yeah, you're fine. The rest of us are not.
You'll be
Karam's like
fine.
super confused.
Super confused.
Reach into my cloak.
Kim's like, wait, what? What are we doing?
What's
We're just
happening?
running through this?
We're just running through this thing? Yep.
Yeah, welcome to the clan, bub.
Pull out my
Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me get my beer.
wand of widening. Step through.
Let's see. Let me tell you a little story, Karen. The last one we went through, we almost all died. So, as soon as we walked through, so.
So you're saying it's better to let them go first?
Yes. Because the last one, the whole party stepped through at the same time, and we're engulfed in fire. So.
Vicar knows what is it. You
Yes.
sound like the smartest of the bunch.
No, just human. The human.
Oh, like him. The wisest, anyway, right? So.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
No. I will say that it's time for a little change of, shall we say, ambient music.
Oh, sweet. Not combat music, just ambient music.
Just ambient music.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Joe's so
Ambient
happy.
combat music.
Joe's so happy.
Ambient
All
music,
right.
that's fine. Yay! Stories, yay!
Hope he has. Just gonna pull up a map really quick.
Sure. Ooh, what is that?
This room, as you come through the portal, is not a round, cylindrical, scorched mess with the visage of a dragon god trapped within it. You step into an actual stone room, which is a good 15, 30 feet deep and 40 feet wide, with 2 tunnels branching off northeast and southwest, a statue at the end. This room is decorated with tiny glowing points of light and scratched carvings of butterflies. Upon a short dais, at one end, between 2 hallways, are 2 delicate bare feet carved from stone. Chunks of shattered stone around the dais hint at the fate of the rest of this statue the feet belong to. Nailed to the wall above the dais is a preserved corpse of a hideously ugly, gray-skinned, horned, tangled-haired, thinly wristed woman. The wall behind her once bore a written message in flowing script, but it's been scratched out and replaced by a new phrase. Does anyone speak Elvish? Does anyone speak Abyssal?
I speak the
Not I.
not pure Elvish, the other Elvish. from the Elvish village.
I don't speak Elvis. I speak the other Elvis. What?
Yeah, the other Elfish.
I speak Elven.
Elven? I do not, but it's the whatever we from the Mwangi experts there, those guys. So it's Elf, but it's not.
Okay. And Karam, you go up and appraise the writing on the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's dead.
Can I have a perception check in the tower to try to make out the reading?
Okay.
It's scratched. It takes some puzzling out, but it does say
Seems to say, praise to Desna for sweet dreams.
Desna.
That's what it says. But
Seems
the
to make
vibe,
sense.
it does. But the vibe is not matching up with what the words are saying.
The vibe is
do
saying
I-
like nightmare.
Do I detect any magic in the area?
yes, you do. The walls, the floors, even the corpse. Knowledge, religion, gentlemen. And does anyone speak Abyssal?
No, not on that one.
Could I use a knowledge nature?
Got an 18 untrained religion.
Okay. Sorry, usually skill checks I ask for tower stuff.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, it's fine. I will say that Karam and Niles both can confer that this used to be some sort of shrine, and this way station in between 2 portals, because who knows how long the complex goes, or the portal has no intermediate station, and it just jumped you somewhere in some sort of temple or shrine to the goddess of Desna herself, which has been debased, defaced, and desecrated, partially destroyed of the statue, and with the corpse of some sort of creature. Can I have religion and society once more, gentlemen?
Could I have nature on the creature?
It is a humanoid. It is not an animal, so it goes for society. Hence me asking for society. So I'm going to say you try nature on it, but it's like, too much of a person that has a culture, not enough of animalistic for just something that lives in the wild. I will say, though, it's not something like a giant. Giants lives in caves. Caves nature, higher DC to Orion and give it to you as a giant. You know what I mean? Like, I do think that way, and I appreciate you putting out the skills just to try to be robust about it. But this comes up as kind of a distinct blank. If anything, this would be a supernatural creature, way out of the realm. Karam, once again, with society, close, no cigar. Vicar Niles with religion. Miros, no. Religion, no. Yes, it is Vicar Niles.
What?
Who can identify the corpse. I'll just put it in chat for you.
Sweet.
Gentlemen, you are looking at the corpse of a very magical, very dead, probably once dangerous...
Night hag.
Yeah, we will see you all next time.
So, what killed the night hag? That's still here. That's fucking lovely.
So maybe there will be combat. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Yeah.